Hello there, I'm Daz, and I'm back with another of my very late to the party walkthrough videos. This time, I'm starting at the Statue to Meridia, so you may have guessed it. I'm going to be playing through the Break of Dawn side quest. This is one of the Daedric quests, which can be started from level 12 onwards.
Look at my temple lying in ruins. So much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts and their hearts.
I couldn't resist that.
If they love me not, how can my love reach them?
I'll grab this shout while I'm here.
Restore to me my beacon, that I might guide you toward your destiny. It is time for my splendor to return to Skyrim. The necromancer Malkoran defiles my shrine with vile corruptions, trapping lost souls left in the wake of this war to do his bidding. Worse still, he uses the power stored within my own token to fuel his foul deeds. I have brought you here, mortal, to be my champion. You will enter my temple, retrieve my artifact, and destroy the defiler.
So I'll just pick the fastest dialogue option.
Of course you will. I have commanded it. Go now. The artifact must be reclaimed, and Malkoran destroyed. Guide my light through the temple to open the inner sanctum and destroy. Malkoran has forced the doors shut, but this is my temple, and it responds to my decree. I will send down a ray of light. Guide this light through my temple, and its doors will open.
Okay, so we're off. So the beacon that I placed on that pedestal there will start appearing in loot chests from level 12 onwards. It is strenuously avoided by many Skyrim players. I think this is not a very popular quest, to be honest. And I'm always very happy to have it removed from the quest log. So, we have a lock that can be picked here, which will give us access to some loot. Not too bad. So you'll see many of these desecrated corpses lying around, and they often have quite a bit of gold on them. I'm not going to be pointing out all of these, there are too many of them, and I want to keep the video reasonably short. I will point out any interesting loot, and I'll try my best to identify all of the chests in this location. But things like desecrated corpses, burial urns, I'm gonna probably ignore. So we're gonna be encountering our first corrupted shades. These will be the enemy of the day. And we simply need to interact with the pedestals as we encounter them throughout this dungeon. Just to point out, we have a soul gem there. When we interact with that pedestal, it also opens this door, which doesn't lead anywhere really. There is some hanging moss, but if we just skip over here, if you have the telekinesis spell, which I do have, we can grab a potion from that bookcase there. Nothing else of much use. Burned books and ruined books. There is also a block skill book in this location. Well, it's actually in the next location, Kilkreath Ruins. Battle of Red Mountain. So I'll definitely be pointing that out when we come across it. Okay, so we have an optional lock to pick. I'll give this a go, if it's not going to take too many attempts. Right, I'm not getting anywhere fast with this. Damn. Right, sorry about that. And that just opens this gate to allow access to this chest. Was it really worth it for 8 gold? I don't think so. More luck with that one. Excellent. So we need to be heading up these stairs, but first I'm going to clear out the corrupted shades from down here. Yeah, if you try and ignore these, I'll just chase you up the stairs in any case. Before I head up the stairs, I'll point out a nice piece of jewellery, which we can find on this plate here. Usually a jewelled ring, and there we have a gold emerald ring on this occasion. So it's probably best not to do this quest at a very low level. As I mentioned, you can start this at level 12. Now the problem is Malkoran, the boss who you'll be fighting at the end of this dungeon, ranges anywhere up to level 40, so basically he'll just level with the player right up to level 40. So I can't be bothered picking that one, so I'm just gonna attack the door and move out of the way of the trap, just to show you what's in this room. Yeah, so Malkoran levels right up to level 40 with the player, but after you've killed Malkoran, you will then have to defeat his shade, which is at a fixed level 26. So obviously if you try doing this quest at level 12, defeating Malkoran might not be a problem, but defeating his shade could be an issue. So we have a tripwire there, which I'll jump over, and it triggers some of those pendulum blades that we see very often in Skyrim. So we need to interact with the pedestal again, try not to fall, and after I've defeated this corrupted shade, we can pick up our first collectible, which is Battle of Red Mountain, the block skill book. Right, so I think we can get a potion here. I think this is a random potion, to be honest. There's going to be a trap attached to this, so stand well back and avoid those spears. The usual desecrated corpses lying around for some extra coin. There's another one over there if you want to make that jump. Okay, so at this point we can just drop down. If you're a little bit nervous about encountering any fall damage bugs, obviously just make a save before you do this. And now we enter the final area to do battle with Malkoran. Malkoran has the spell Ice Storm, so fortunately I'm a Nord character and I also have some additional elemental damage reduction. So he's not going to be able to inflict much damage on me, but if you have no protection against frost damage, you're going to really struggle against this guy.
It is done. The Defiler is defeated. Take Dawnbreaker from its pedestal.
Right, so as soon as I touch Dawnbreaker, I'm going to be transported out of this place. So, if you want to run around collecting loot, do that before you interact with the pedestal. I'm going to find Malkoran's corpse. There he is. I'll have your boots as well, fella. And ghostly remains. I want to find the remains of Malkoran's shade, because that has 250 gold and a bone meal. So I think that'll do for me. I have everything that I want.
Malkoran is vanquished. Skyrim's dead shall remain at rest. This is as it should be. This is because of you. A new day is dawning, and you shall be its herald. Take the mighty Dawnbreaker, and with it purge corruption from the dark corners of the world. Wield it in my name, that my influence may grow. It matters not. The plant cares nothing for the rays that bring it the warmth of the sun. As you carry Dawnbreaker, so will my light touch the world.
So there we are, folks. Quest completed. After listening to some very enthusiastic voice acting from Jean Gilpin. And I'm very relieved to have this quest now removed from the quest log. So just before I finish the video, I'll take a quick look at Dawnbreaker. Burns for 10 points, and when killing undead, a chance to cause a fiery explosion that turns or destroys nearby undead. I've not used this sword for a very long time. I actually don't like weapons that turn undead. I don't want to be chasing down skeletons when I'm trying to clear a dungeon, but some people enjoy using this. So there we are. I hope people have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.